Welcome to Read in Minutes. Here's a short summary of the book Being Wrong: Adventures in the Margin of Error by Kathryn Schulz. If you enjoy it, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Now let's get started. Being Wrong: Adventures in the Margin of Error by Kathryn Schulz is an insightful exploration of the human condition through the lens of error. Schulz, a journalist and self-described wrongologist, delves into the nature of being wrong, illustrating how error is an essential, albeit often uncomfortable, aspect of the human experience. The book combines philosophy, history, and psychology to understand why we err, how we respond to our mistakes, and what those errors can teach us about ourselves and the world around us. Schulz begins by examining the basic fact that everyone makes mistakes, emphasizing that error is not only universal but also deeply rooted in our cognitive processes. She explores the psychology of belief, showing how our perceptions, memories, and reasoning can lead us astray. Schulz argues that our cognitive biases and the limits of our mental faculties often cause us to see the world inaccurately. This flawed perception is not merely a consequence of individual failings, but a fundamental aspect of human cognition. One of the central themes of the book is the concept of cognitive dissonance, which refers to the discomfort we experience when confronted with information that contradicts our beliefs. Schulz explains how we tend to resolve this dissonance by rationalizing our errors or dismissing conflicting evidence. This psychological tendency helps preserve our self-esteem and sense of coherence, but also prevents us from learning from our mistakes. Schulz also explores the social dimensions of being wrong. She delves into the stigma associated with error, showing how our culture tends to vilify mistakes and the people who make them. This cultural attitude contributes to a fear of error that stifles creativity and innovation. Schulz argues that embracing error as a natural and necessary part of the learning process can lead to personal growth and societal progress. Throughout the book, Schulz weaves in historical and contemporary examples of errors in various domains, from science and medicine to politics and personal relationships. These stories illustrate how even the most brilliant minds and well-intentioned efforts can go astray. For instance, she recounts the tale of the astronomer Percival Lowell, who was convinced he had discovered canals on Mars. Despite overwhelming evidence to the contrary, Lowell clung to his erroneous belief, illustrating how deeply entrenched our errors can become. Schulz also delves into the philosophical implications of error. She draws on the work of thinkers like William James and Ludwig Wittgenstein to explore the nature of truth and the limits of human knowledge. Schulz argues that error is not merely a deviation from the truth, but an integral part of the search for knowledge. By grappling with our mistakes, we refine our understanding and push the boundaries of what we know. One of the book's most compelling sections deals with the emotional experience of being wrong. Schulz describes the various ways people react to discovering their mistakes, from denial and defensiveness to shame and guilt. She explains that these emotional responses can hinder our ability to learn from our errors and suggests that cultivating a more compassionate and open-minded attitude towards our mistakes can lead to greater self-awareness and resilience. In addition to analyzing the causes and consequences of error, Schulz offers practical advice on how to handle being wrong. She encourages readers to develop a mindset that is more accepting of uncertainty and ambiguity. By acknowledging the limits of our knowledge and remaining open to new information, we can become more adaptable and better equipped to navigate a complex and ever-changing world. Schulz also emphasizes the importance of humility and curiosity in dealing with error. She argues that recognizing our fallibility and being willing to question our assumptions can foster a more constructive and collaborative approach to problem-solving. This perspective is particularly relevant in today's polarized and rapidly evolving society, where dogmatic thinking and rigid beliefs can lead to conflict and division. Being Wrong is not just a treatise on the nature of error, but also a celebration of the human spirit's resilience and capacity for growth. Schulz's engaging prose and thoughtful analysis make a compelling case for why we should embrace our mistakes rather than fear them. By doing so, we can transform our relationship with error from one of shame and avoidance to one of curiosity and discovery. Ultimately, Schulz's book is a call to reframe our understanding of what it means to be wrong. Rather than viewing error as a sign of weakness or failure, she urges us to see it as an opportunity for learning and improvement. In a world that often demands perfection, Being Wrong offers a refreshing reminder that our mistakes are not only inevitable but also invaluable. They are, in Schulz's words, the keys to the kingdom of knowledge. In conclusion, Being Wrong, Adventures in the Margin of Error by Kathryn Schulz is a profound and thought-provoking exploration of human fallibility. By examining the psychological, social, and philosophical dimensions of error, Schulz provides a nuanced understanding of why we make mistakes and how we can learn from them. Her book is a powerful reminder that our errors, far from being mere obstacles, are essential to our growth and development as individuals and as a society. Through her insightful analysis and engaging storytelling, Schulz invites us to embrace the messy, imperfect, and ultimately enlightening process of being wrong.